on Loop 197, just outside of Texas City, looking to the east towards the refineries, back to the west towards Texas City and more refineries. All of our signs are in order. We're missing the delineators at the end of the test section, but beyond that, everything's in pretty good shape. The stress really hasn't changed all that much since we were out here doing the school last fall. Some of these cracks are getting to be moderate to high severity. Starting to open up pretty good. There's not really a lot of new additional cracking, however. You can see again, some of these have opened up fairly wide. They have overlaid around this section last August for Station 1. See one of the transverse cracks there, some longitudinal cracking. It does have a fair amount of cracking, but it's really not a significant problem at this point, at least not my perspective. It was significant enough, obviously, that they decided to overlay it, but there's no fatigue cracking or significant loss of materials, no pumping, no extreme rutting. I believe the cracks are just primarily associated with the heavily stabilized base here. There's about 12 inches of cement stabilized base. It's acting for the most part just like a concrete slab under there. Station 3. Now in the school, some of the quote experts claim they noted some fatigue cracking in here. There are a couple spots that could potentially be considered fatigue cracking, but I don't really see that as a significant problem at this location. Station 4, that's still a source of significant debate, shall we say. There's a pretty severe transverse crack, some new longitudinal cracking here that was not noted in any of the previous surveys, and some fairly severe longitudinal cracking. Severe by the crack width extent. Again, we're missing the delineators at this end, but they promise they can get those put back up. You'll note that the last meter was overlaid, and I've labeled that as a patch just to try and acknowledge that there is some change in the surface at the end of the section. Again, looking to the east, back towards the west. And with that, I'll conclude the video here for section 482108 on Loop 197 in Texas City. This is section 48.